Hello, world. Illusion Inc., Flying Car, and True Crime Deepfakes, and much more. I'm Don,
Kyko.
AJ.
and you are watching Showcase for the week ending Sunday, June the 4th, 2023. Let's get it. All right. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good to see you all again. Mr. Kyko, Mr. AJ, what's up? How y'all doing?
It's hot.
It's hot. It's hot in Topeka. What? So you got some nice like late spring, early summer weather. I guess it sounds like happening there.
I got some in the middle summer weather going on. In the middle.
Oof. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I know you're in a different state. I think Georgia-ish, I think, is where you're at. AJ, I know you're with me here in Virginia. You got good weather over there, too?
Oh, it's beautiful out there. Hot,
Awesome.
beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah, same here. Wanted to go to the beach this weekend. Maybe next weekend. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, hope you guys at home who are watching along with us right now are having some pleasant weather and enjoying it a little bit as well. We have some weird news headlines to talk about right now to go ahead and put the proper capstone at the end of this week. We have a lot of topics to get to as well. So let's go ahead and get started. But before I do, I want to go ahead and reiterate that this is our Sunday show, and your live chat comments are open to being featured. Just don't forget to hit that like button and subscription bell. If you have any weird news headlines, game stream ideas, or dad jokes to suggest, use the contact form that is on the Linktree page scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And as always, if you're with us live, drop us a line in the live chat, and we just might read it off live on air. So there's that. And let's go ahead and kick this puppy off. Here we go. So, there we are. First item on the docket. This comes to us from National Public Radio. A driver's car soared 120 feet after vaulting off of a tow truck's ramp in Georgia.
Wow!
Yeah, this is a little new. What's y'all's first reaction to this headline? This seems like the sort of thing that just winds up in, like, I don't know, that MTV show Ridiculousness.
So, I mean, Georgia is like the number 2 on the list of worst drivers in America. So, but
Really?
this fell off a tow truck. So, I mean, nobody was driving this car. Or were they? They said, wait, they vaulted off a tow truck?
Yeah. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, that's craziness. That car got straight up hang time. That's hang time right there. The tow truck had lowered its ramp to clear a car crash on a Georgia highway, but then a motorist came from behind and drove onto the ramp at speed. The sedan launched high into the air, soaring some 120 feet before crashing back down onto the roadway. The scary spectacle was captured on video by the body camera of a Lowndes County Sheriff's deputy who was assisting with the initial crash on the westbound side of Georgia Highway 38 near Valdosta. Okay. Can we check this out?
That's on the south side. South.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure. We have not pre-screened this footage. I want to reiterate that. I have no idea what's... Whoa!
Dude, that other driver is lucky.
Did y'all see that just now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the driver... Okay, I'm going to pause this here. Oh, wait, shoot. I missed the context at the bottom of the screen. Here it is. The driver, the 21-year-old Florida driver, was hospitalized, but it's unclear from the police report how seriously she was injured. Wow. Okay. A 21-year-old woman from Tallahassee, Florida, was driving the sedan. She was taken to South Georgia Medical Center with what the incident report describes as suspected serious injuries. Wow. Any last thoughts on this, Kyko or AJ?
Yeah.
Which are?
Nah, hold on. What did you ask me?
Last thoughts on this? It seems a pretty open and shut case. Like the driver of this sedan was taken to a hospital. Don't appear to be life threatening. Let me see here. Hold on one second. Yeah, suspected serious. It doesn't say life threatening injuries, but suspected serious injuries, obviously, from something like this. But yeah, I don't know. Any last thoughts on this before we move on?
Hey man, that's what happens in Atlanta. Well, that's not Atlanta. That's going toward Florida. So
well,
people,
from Florida, like in Georgia, I guess. But
right.
yeah. Ugh. Wow. Drive safely. Good grief. I know this is summer, like travel weather, that sort of thing. Everybody's sort of like trying to get places, see family, and stuff like that. But good grief.
Mhm.
Let's be a little bit more safe on those roadways, huh? Good grief. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next topic here, which comes to us from Lad Bible. If I can get this to load up right, there it is. Oh, come on. All these things keep loading up weirdly. Okay, man's optical illusion tattoo looks like he has a massive hole in his bald head. Oh yeah, Ms. D talking about the last topic. How distracted did she have to be to drive up onto that truck like that? Right. Yeah, exactly. Don't text and drive. That's the other thing. I forgot to mention on the last piece. But yeah, thank you for the comment, Ms. D. Let's see. So a man's optical illusion tattoo looks like he has a massive hole in his bald head. One particularly skilled tattoo artist based in the States really took his inking skills to the next level after creating an incredible optical illusion piece, making it look like there is a massive gaping hole in his client's head. Matt Ferson, who works at the Zion Tattoo Company in St. George, Utah, set the internet into a total frenzy after sharing with his 63,000 Instagram followers his wonderful yet very weird work. Bam! AJ, what are your thoughts?
All I'm going to say is if I saw this man walk past me in the street, the first thing that would have come to my mind was just to laugh. But at the same time, just be like, I'll walk over to him and I'll be like, hey man, does it hurt? And he'll be like, what are you talking about? And I'll be like, the massive hole in your head. And then we'll both start laughing about it.
So, and I'm also thinking of like that classic little one-liner basically about how when you're talking about something that you don't like or don't want, and you would say something to the effect of, I need that, like I need another hole in the head. Here's a situation where you can actually point to it. And it's like, that's like a step up above what anyone would ordinarily suspect or like expect, I should say, from somebody wanting to do that punchline. Kyko, what's the craziest tattoo you've ever seen?
That I've ever seen? Oh man!
Or is this like the new number one? Or I don't know. I'm trying to like get a gauge. I know you've got some ink.
It could be because like I'll go up to this man and put my finger. I'll probably put my finger inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he'd be like, and he would. I know he's not gonna ask me why you doing that. I know he wouldn't ask me why, because I'd be like, I can't believe you would ask me why, something like that. But. No, I seen another tattoo though. It looks like a patch, like it looked like they stitched in a piece of fabric, and it looks so clean. That one was pretty crazy, but this is up there.
A stitched piece of fabric onto the what body part?
It looks like a patch. It looks like a patch you put on a jean jacket. They put it. I've seen it on people's legs, on their arms, neck, all kind of stuff. And it looked like an embroidery patch. That's what I'm trying to say, an embroidery patch.
Oh wow, that's crazy. But I would say it's a little less crazy than like an imploded like thing here. This looks like, actually, I'll tell you what this looks like. This looks like the inside of like a big top at a circus. You ever been to a circus big top? Yeah. And like when you're inside, when you're under the big top, and you look straight up at like the apex point. Yeah. Where the whole thing sort of converges toward the top, and you're inside, and you're looking down, or you're looking up from the ground level. It sort of converges upward like that. Yeah. That's what this looks like, and I think mainly the stripe pattern is what that's sort of like is bringing up there.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Also, for some reason, I'm wanting to watch Dumbo on Disney Plus right now for some strange reason. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Later. We'll go ahead and get to that later. For now, though, we have to move on to another topic, which, once again, this is Weird News right here on Weekend Showcase, live across YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter at Weekend Showcase. Thanks so much for joining and smashing that like button and subscribing or following. Let's see what else we've got. This is coming to us from the New York Post, which, let's see, hold on a second. Real child murder victims recreated by AI in sick true crime deepfake trend. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's pump the brakes 1 second here. I thought we've covered. Okay, we've talked about AI a few different ways and a few different times over the course of this show, especially in the advent of, the rise of ChatGPT. But it's like Oh God, this thing. Okay, for those of you listening to the audio podcast version of this, we're looking at an animated version of like a still photo of some kid basically. A few different kids basically. The eyes are blinking, the mouths are moving. It's like 60 frames a second, clean animation. Looks like they're like talking and saying really disturbing stuff. I can't believe this is a thing that people are doing right now. TikTokers have started the disturbing new trend of using generative artificial intelligence to depict grisly murders and other heinous true crimes committed against children. The resulting video clips, modified deepfakes as they do not alter existing images but instead create new ones, show young children, sometimes bruised, narrating their chilling real-life experiences with computer-generated voices. Oh my God.
I told you.
Some videos have been viewed almost 3 million times. Many of the clips claim that AI is used in lieu of real photos as a way of the story is, in quotations, respecting the family, end quote, of the deceased. Names are slightly modified as well in some instances. Oh, give me a break. You call that... Kyko, AJ, come on. This is raising red flags all over the place.
So, like I've said plenty of times, TikTok, we just need to destroy it, you know? We don't need it around. Because we're just getting a bunch of stupid stuff at this point. You know, stupid and gross, detestable things. Like when they did that whole silhouette trend and like there were like children doing it too. Like it's stupid.
I don't even know what that is, and I'm afraid to ask given how we got to this topic. You said a silhouette trend?
Right. So you know how like if you were to watch like a James Bond movie and like in the opening credits you would see like a silhouette dancer or something?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's what the silhouette trend used to be.
So just somebody doing like Alfred Hitchcock walking into his own shadow sort of thing.
Yeah, but people would be doing this like naked. And you start having kids do that, you got a whole problem. So like I said, TikTok in general, every trend that they come up with, at this point, man, we just got to have it dissolved. Like, I'm not a fan of politics, I'm a third party man myself, but I think for the most part, there were some good points back when Corona started. TikTok should have been, banned, in my opinion. And
oh my God.
This is just further kind of proving that point.
I don't even know where to begin with, describe. Kyko, help me wrap this up. I can't. I have to move on from this.
I want to see that. I want to see one of these.
So let's move on. Next topic. Swing and a miss. All right, moving on. Next topic.
Oh, you got something good.
Next topic comes to us from Vulture. Wait, did Barbie actually cause an international pink paint shortage?
That's beautiful.
Okay, so the idea that the Barbie movie was responsible for a global shortage of pink paint seems almost too good to be true, doesn't it? Then again, everything about the rollout for Oppenheimer's opponent feels that way, from Ryan Gosling's heartfelt comments about his Kennergy. There. The movie's stacked soundtrack, blah, 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 blah. Let me see here. Okay. Production designer Sarah Greenwood did tell Architectural Digest that construction on Greta Gerwig's film caused an international shortage of fluorescent pink Roscoe paint. Okay. Let's see. Lauren Proud, the vice president of global marketing for Roscoe, has since clarified to the Los Angeles Times that Roscoe did run out of that shade of paint, but it already had less than normal in 2022 when the movie was in production. She explained that the COVID-19 pandemic was affecting the global supply chain for goods across the board, and Roscoe was still recovering from a 2021 deep freeze in Texas that damaged a lot of materials used to make this paint. Okay, so putting aside anyone's feelings about the necessity or the, I guess, feasibility, watchability of this movie's existence, whether you're like for it or against, there's all these sorts of comments that have already been made over the internet with a little bit less frequency now that trailers have come out. We know to a large degree what this movie is going to be about, but it's like, I don't know that this needed to be done. I don't know that needed to be done practically. If that's really the case here, like this feels like the sort of thing that could have had more this is one of those situations where you want things to be done more Christopher Nolan, less Christopher Nolan than anything else. Where CGIing the heck out of all of that stuff would have been way better. I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it. What, Kyko, AJ, what do y'all think?
I mean, oh, you can go, man.
No, I'm just saying they made a whole like Barbie world, a real one, a whole one, and like, I mean, I hear what you're saying. They could have made it CGI. It would have been easier. But I'm saying, think about it. It's like a theme park they made, a Barbie theme park.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is like plastic and wood and stuff.
Which would make sense if they were going to build the actual theme park, I guess. And I know at the end of the day, this is like, I think if I'm understanding like between the lines of this, it's more of a hyperbolic sort of exaggeration than anything else. With the, as though to suggest it's the world completely ran out of one particular color because that's how much was used here. I'm almost reminded of the Batman animated series in the early 90s. They had to invent a whole new animation style, or a whole new animation method for making that show because it was just way too much black ink was being used for the characters, the shadows, the backgrounds, all that stuff. That's where we got dark deco from. Was from the original Batman cartoon back in the 90s, and it's not something that's being used too terribly much nowadays because everything is being done over at in CGI. You don't really need to you don't really need painted cells, hand painted animation cells like back in the day like that. But that's what this reminds me of, basically, like the sort of situation where like you would invent something new to avoid that much consumption. But anyway. I don't know. That's just what strikes me to say here. But with nothing else further, I guess we can move on.
I gotta see this movie because the girl who plays Barbie was what's her name?
Margot Robbie.
Her name was Joy from My Name's Earl. That's who played Joy.
Oh yeah.
Wait. The girl playing Barbie here?
Yeah, I have to see her play this.
No, this is Margot Robbie. You're thinking of Jamie Presley.
Wait,
that's not Jamie Presley?
No.
No, that's Margot Robbie. Wait, Jamie. They do kind of look similar, actually.
They look exactly alike. If you're telling me that's not Jamie Presley.
From behind.
I have to think about that for a second.
I saw the picture. I saw her picture. I was like, "That's Joy."
Okay. I promise you, it's not though. I promise you, it's Margot Robbie.
Type her name in chat. I want to compare them later. Type her name in chat.
Okay, we'll get there. Moving on. Next topic.
Just type it real quick. I don't know the name you just said.
We'll get there near the end.
He's right. Yeah.
Moving on. This is from Fox News.
Right.
Liver, insects, sardines. Oh my! 8 gross foods that nutritionists say you should eat. Okay. Did you have a grandmother who used to serve cow tongue sandwiches and you had to steel yourself for that first bite? How about that strange-smelling soup your next-door neighbor always used to dole out liberally? Turns out some of the foods we may perceive as off-putting have numerous health benefits. Okay, let's see. No food is inherently gross. Say again?
I said that's a crazy way to begin an article.
Well, they did it. Natalie Gillette, a registered dietitian and owner of Natalie Gillette Nutrition, a New Jersey-based private practice, said, quote, "No food is inherently gross. The foods that may cause us to cringe are actually widely appreciated in different countries. It's time to challenge these stigmas and give seemingly gross foods a second chance to win you over with their health benefits and surprisingly delicious flavors that contribute to our overall well-being," end quote. Okay, can we see, look at this stuff. Look at it in the middle. You're eating a cricket.
I've eaten bugs before. They're not the best. But
Did they taste like chicken?
No. But if they tasted like chicken, I partake more frequently. But they got a weird taste, boy.
Yeah, no, I've had. I remember when the movie and the book How to Eat Fried Worms came about, and it became a trend at my school to, do what we saw. Try a worm. It's not good.
You can eat a worm. Well, eat the worm, and that's at the bottom of the bottle. That'll send you somewhere.
Oh yeah, straight to the ER.
Yeah, good grief. Slimy smell. Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to find some samples of what exactly they're recommending in here. Tremella mushrooms, silver ear mushroom, apparently nutrient dense. They're popular in China, but it has a very slimy texture. Ugh. Okay. Interesting. High concentration of vitamin D, nicknamed the fountain of youth, contains an enzyme that can improve moisture retention in the skin. Okay, that's tremella mushrooms, also known as silver ear or snow fungus.
I don't like that.
Natto, a Japanese dish made from fermented soybeans, characterized by distinctive aroma. Let's see. Has enzyme and probiotic potential to aid digestion, vitamin K2 content to help build strong bones, and high fiber content to promote heart health.
No.
I'm not going to go through the whole list here. That was Natto, by the way, Natto, for those of you listening on the audio version. But we have more on this at the original source for this article, which is mentioned in the description of this episode on YouTube and Facebook in the sources area. Brain Spaz, hey, good to see you again, Brain Spaz. No bugs, no worms, no slimy mushrooms. Can't do it. I don't blame you.
Amen,
I don't blame you. Yeah, that's messed up. Let's go ahead and move on a little bit. Unless, is there anything else that to bring up here before we move on?
I was just gonna say, if you ever expect me to eat any of that, you gotta tie me to a chair, because it's not happening.
I hear that. I completely hear that, man. I'm with you.
Remember to tie you to a chair before I force you to eat worms.
You know what, though? I mean, I was a kid when I ate a worm, so.
I'm absolutely certain that did not taste like chicken.
It did not, no.
No. Okay. Let's move on. This is weird news right here on Weekend Showcase. Once again, we're live across YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter at Weekend Showcase. Thanks for joining and smashing that like button and subscribing or following. Next topic that we've got here is, where is it? Here it is. Next item is, again from Fox News. We're going to another thing here. 12-foot alligator attacks dog at Florida park. Owner reportedly frees pet by jumping on gator's back. Okay. A dog has been hospitalized in Central Florida after a 12-foot alligator attacked the canine earlier this week. The dog had been taken out for a walk on May 12 near the Little Econ River at Riverside Park, which is located in Oviedo, Florida. Oh, hang on one second. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Sorry about that. Have some... I guess it's some part of the website is doing some audio. That was throwing me off for a second there. I don't know what that was. All right. So Lisa McDonald, communications manager for the city of Oviedo, confirmed there was a reported alligator attack that happened on Friday, but the exact time is unknown since no 911 call was made and park staff were notified a day later. A boyfriend and girlfriend were walking their dog at Riverside Park in the back along the Little Econ River when an alligator came out and snatched it. McDonald wrote in an email to Fox News Digital. According to staff, not witnessed, the boyfriend jumped on top of the alligator to rescue the dog. They were able to free the animal. The rescued dog is reportedly receiving care at a local animal hospital. Hopefully, the speedy recovery is possible there. AJ, Kyko, your reactions before we move on?
I would have told my girlfriend, we don't have no dog no more.
So you just would have left it, basically.
Yeah, it was probably her dog.
You know what?
We don't know that for sure. And I'm not certain that would be a good thing to do. I'm actually quite sure that would not be a very good thing to do. But
sorry.
Ahead,
I mean, all I was gonna say was like, I believe a pet's life is just as essential as a human's life. But at the same time, you know, I'm not gonna jump on the back of an alligator to save, you know, the dog. I'm gonna think of a more logical way that's not just gonna, that's not gonna put my life or, you know, my girlfriend's life in danger, but will also be able to save the dog, you know, before it's too late. I mean, it's Florida though, you know. I feel like alligators might be more scared of the people than anything else, because I know I am. But that's just my thought.
I see. Well, I guess what do you guys think? Those of you watching along with us across YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, or Twitter, shoot us a comment, and we just might put it up on the air. Thanks so much for watching. Let's see, we have 3 topics left, and then we got to go to weird news and shut this down. I think this actually might wind up being a short show tonight. We're just sort of rolling through topics tonight pretty efficiently here. Let's see. Next item on the docket is from the Mirror.
Ooh.
Here we are. Baby whose brain descended into nose. Oh my God. Saved by medics in world first operation. A 3-month-old baby whose brain descended into his nose due to a rare condition has been saved. The baby was born with nasal. Oh my. Hold on. Let me try to pronounce this. Hold on. Nasal meningocele. Meningocele. That.
You got it.
Yeah, myelophilia.
I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. Nasal meningocele, I think, is as close as I can get it. I don't know. It's a rare
yellow.
that involves a defective closure of the base of the skull and can cause the descent of a small part of the brain inside the nose. This can in turn obstruct the passage of air, making breathing difficult, which can be especially dangerous in newborns. Initially, doctors wanted to wait until the baby was at least 8 months old before carrying out an operation, but since his breathing worsened, they decided to operate on the little one when he turned 3 months old. Let me see. Well, okay. First reactions, Kyko, AJ.
I fear these things for my child. Is all I can say.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Any rational parent would. I guess I'll
for a child I don't have yet. Like I fear bringing a child into this world just so they can have something like this. You know what I'm saying?
Easily every parent's worst fear, like having to watch your child go through this kind of trauma.
I'm not a parent. That's I'm a childless person hearing that.
Mm-hmm. AJ, thoughts before we move on? I mean, it seems to have a happy ending, saved by medics.
I mean, I agree with Kyko. You know, I definitely wouldn't want to ever have my child get put through something like that. But I mean, at the same time, there's not like if it ever does happen, you know, it's not your fault that it happens. You know, all you did was just give birth. You know, you weren't completely the judge of how your kid comes out. I mean, I guess at the very least, you just got to make sure that you can get them through it and all.
Unless you just sold for concert tickets, then it's your fault.
Yeah.
Let's I guess there's nothing else that can be said about that. Basically, it's pretty much on the nose. Let's, I guess, move on to the next topics here, and you know, wish a speedy recovery for the infant here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's move on to the next topic here. I'm getting past a note from Control. The pronunciation seems to be meningocele. Meningocele. Nasal meningocele, I guess was the way to pronounce that, I'm told. So okay. Noted. Thank you, Control. Let's move on. Let's move on from this. Good grief. All right. Man accused of robbing South Carolina store using Nintendo Duck Hunt pistol.
Aha. That's the one. That's the one.
Police said the perpetrator demanded cash and showed the cashier a gun in the waistband of his pants, which turned out to be a spray-painted Nintendo Duck Hunt game fake pistol.
It's beautiful.
Okay. There's the mugshot.
Hold on, look at it. You gotta show him. You gotta show him. Go back to him. I need to see his face. Yeah, man, look at this guy. This is the face of the Nintendo Duck Hunt pistol holder.
It's just beautiful.
David Joseph D'Alessandro, 25, was detained following the incident at a Quick Stop store in Sharon, South Carolina at around 5:45 p.m. on Tuesday. Witnesses told police the perpetrator came into the store wearing a wig, mask, and a hoodie sweatshirt. The person demanded cash, showing the cashier a gun in his waistband, which turned out to be a spray-painted Nintendo Duck Hunt game pistol, according to York County Sheriff's Office.
He painted it black? Oh, my God.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Oh my God.
It doesn't even look like a real gun. Like, I wouldn't have thought.
It does.
You know, in those kinds of moments when somebody's threatening your life, you can't really take that. You don't really have time to take a second glance to realize what's fake and what's not.
No, man. I've been in a situation. I told the fella shoot. I said shoot, do it. Daytime, do it. I don't care.
Oh, the whole making them think you're crazy kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, officers found D'Alessandro in a nearby car park with the fake gun. He was arrested and booked into the York County Detention Center, according to a police statement. Okay. So, pretty much an open and shut case there.
What?
I don't know why someone would do this, though. I really don't know why. Like, that seems to be the end of it. It's clear what was said, basically. This was obviously like money motivation there. But go ahead.
No, man, he did it for the fame. He did it for the fame and the glory.
There's no glory to be had here and no positive fame, so...
I mean, fame is fame. You know what I'm saying? This is what he wanted.
Well, I got nothing more for that. This is one of those topics that's like weird because it's dumb. It's not really weird news so much as dumb news. The file this under dumb news, basically.
I will lie to you though. If I was getting robbed by the man and he fully pulled it out and I could in that moment see that it wasn't like a real gun, I probably would have laughed him out of the store or something. But yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I would not have laughed at that just on principle. Just like, I don't know if there's like anything real that the person actually has, because like it's one of those things where how sure are you that this is the right moment to bet your life? You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I don't know. I'm that's just me. Like, better safe than sorry is what I'm trying to get at. So that's all.
Pull it. Do it.
Anyway. Let's move on to the last one. This is the last topic for today here. Oh, we already covered that one.
Wait,
how did that wind up in here twice? That's very strange. Okay, that was the video, the body cam footage of the car that soared through the air after hitting the tow truck on ramp. The first thing that we talked about tonight. That was crazy. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this one last thing here really quickly as we start to wind things down here tonight. Let's see. It was. Where's this? What was her name again? Shoot. Here it is. Perfect. Okay, there's your side-by-side comparison.
Yeah, they look so similar.
I
mean, but they're not actually the same person, is my point.
But yeah, when I seen her, I was like, okay. I still want to see this movie.
Fair enough.
I'm watching Oppenheimer.
Well, you'll have to let us know how it is then. So, yeah. I'm probably going to wind up catching on like streaming probably, but I don't know.
I ain't going to the theater for it. I mean, I ain't been to the theaters for nothing. So I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna go to the movie theaters for a special movie for my first time back.
Did we? Hang on, I think Control is passing me a note here asking about it. I think we have one more left. We've done a bunch of AI stuff already. Control. Let's see. We have one more that we can go ahead and put up today. Let me see if I can go ahead and dig that up really quickly here while we go ahead and get that situated. What was you guys' favorite topic for the night so far?
I want to see if we have the same one. I know mine. I want to see if we have the same one.
I think mine is definitely going to have to be the last one we talked about with the duck.
That's it.
Pistol.
That's it. I feel like we were on the same page with that one. Because that's it.
Yeah. That was just
it.
Seriously? The duck hunt one.
So it reminded me. Like, the reason I find it so fascinating is because it reminded me of this Little Caesars robbery that got viral. It was like a dude in a Mr. Incredible shirt and sunglasses. And he walks in and he doesn't even like hold up anyone in the store. What he does is he picks up the entire cash register and just walks out with it. Like, he's like, give me your money. They said, no, man, get out of here. He picks up the register and leaves. And there's only like $75 most likely in there. You know, it's Little Caesars, $5.
Did they
Oh, yeah, no, they caught that, man. They caught him fast. But
I
was
would
just...
like, if I was the manager of the store, I would have let him go. I would have just been like, yo, he really just did that. Knowing that there's only $75 in there, I'd be like, yeah, just go ahead, let him. I'm sure the cash register is probably more than $75 itself, though.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, but no, that's just a level of comedy that is just almost untouchable. I mean, you don't see people trying to pull that off. He pulled it off. He made it to the news. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we do have a couple more weird news items that might be contenders for that. I'm trying to pull that up here right now. Let's see. Here's something. Let me try and pull this up here really quickly. Here we are. Check this out. This is from the Mirror. Proof of time travel. Take from that what you will. In forgotten photo of granddad holding iPhone. A new video shared on social media amassed over 15,000 likes and shows the user claiming that his grandfather might be a time traveler and is holding something he claimed might be an iPhone. I guess that's what it is.
Listen, you're not going to send the world on a frenzy talking about this is an iPhone. That boy, let me tell you something. That could be a lot of different things, man.
It could. Like a deepfake.
No.
We've been talking about deepfakes earlier.
I mean, you saying it's fake? I don't think it's a fake picture.
It's really easy to fake pictures.
I don't think it's fake. It's not fake, but I'm saying that object could be just, 20. He's in the army. That could be 20 different things.
That's true. Could have been like a can of sardines that's like, grabbed on the corner.
Yeah, that's. Listen, I'm more inclined to believe that that's exactly what it is.
Well,
yeah.
AJ, what do you think?
Honestly, I don't know what that is, to be honest. I honestly couldn't tell you. But, it is easy to fake a photo, but I don't think this one's fake.
It's not, if you were going to fake the picture, you should have made the iPhone a little more clearer than that. Because it doesn't look, that's...
Not if they wanted it to be believable. How old does this photo look?
This photo looks like maybe 18. Nah, not that old.
18?
Probably,
what?
I know. Like
18 years?
In the 40s. You know what I'm saying? This is some original camera quality right here. So
yeah. AJ he was gonna say like 1800 something, not.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, not that far. Oh God.
Yeah.
But,
Gotcha.
But yeah,
I don't think people should look at this and take it that far.
Well, I'm inclined to agree. I think it's the sardine thing, quite frankly. What do you guys think? Those of you at home, shoot us a chat and in the comments feed or in the comments area, or sorry, in the live chat feed or in the comments section down below at the bottom of this video, and let us know what you think this is. And don't forget to visit the section in the description on YouTube and Facebook. You can see our sources are posted there for this and all the other topics that we talk about here on Weird News. Let's see. We have one more. We have one more topic before we go ahead and shut this down. This is from Associated Press. First of its kind Mars live stream by ESA spacecraft interrupted at times by rain on Earth. Whoa. Okay. This is from Cape Canaveral. A European spacecraft around Mars sent its first live stream from the red planet to Earth on Friday to mark the 20th anniversary of its launch, but rain in Spain interfered at times. The European Space Agency broadcast a live stream with views courtesy of its Mars Express, launched by a Russian rocket from Kazakhstan in 2003. It took nearly 17 minutes for each picture to reach Earth, nearly 200 million miles away, and another minute to get through the ground stations. The transmission was disrupted at times by rainy weather at the Deep Space Relay antenna in Spain. Still, enough images made it through to delight the European space officials, hosting the hour-long live stream. The initial views showed about 1/3 of Mars, which gradually grew bigger in the frames before shrinking again as the spacecraft circled the planet. White clouds could clearly be seen in some of the shots. So, where are we at in terms of live streaming other planets? Like, is this something that y'all are curious about?
I mean, what we gonna just do? Look at it, sit there floating?
I mean, how else are we going to sort of like be able to get perspectives in there for how, like, whether or not, you know, aliens exist? I don't know. Are we sort of like hoping that the aliens can be visible from space if we have, like, you know, a high intensity enough magnification and happen to catch the right part of the surface of the planet at exactly the right angle at the right time when the sun is reflecting it, so that we're able to. It's highly unlikely, I guess, is what I'm ultimately saying. I don't know why I'm setting up this question context here. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll go ahead and just I guess we'll just sort of bottom line this with, you know, this strikes me as fascinating, but I don't know about the long-term appeal of something like this necessarily, like in terms of its purpose and function. This is literally just looking at a planet, not even during an eclipse or anything. You know, I don't know how much like taxpayer money was involved in setting this up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if we keep running this, there's an 100% guarantee. I'm telling you, 100. The whole thing, 100% guarantee that we will see something crazy if we keep running this.
Like, but at what point do we sort of just stop keeping the camera running? First of all, you know that thing's going to run out of batteries, and like, whose mission is it going to be to like change the batteries or recall it, or just basically let it pollute space?
That's what I'm saying. So, well, what would pollute space?
The camera that's providing the live stream, when it runs out of power, if it doesn't have like all of its energy from solar, eventually it's going to run out of power, and then what happens with it?
Then it's done, and we spent all that money for no reason.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of not. I'm curious about it. You know, other, you know, life on other planets. I am, but it's like,
you just
sort of thing. I mean, you're not even getting any samples or anything like that, or anything that what we would normally expect from that sort of thing.
Hold up. This guy said space isn't real. It's all just a simulation, my friend. I'm not going to agree with you. I won't agree with you on that. Thank you for the comment. I'm glad you gave us your input. But no. I don't. For me, I'm not gonna tell the next man that, because that's scary for me and the next man. But you know, hey, it's a Listen, it's a possibility. It is a possibility. The three of us, we don't know.
This is beautiful.
The three of us, we don't know. So, but what I'm saying is, no.
I can't even. I mean, I think that maybe live streaming other planets would be interesting if, like, our goal was to look for aliens. You know, if we're not looking for aliens, then we're just watching an empty planet for hours upon hours all day, which I think is wasting taxpayer money that we could be using to ban TikTok, build rockets that we can use to visit the planets instead, or use to create a better world. That's all.
Like, they could use this footage to.
So here's Dylan DeWolf again. I just joined in, and my last comment was a joke. But did y'all hear about the possible life on Europa? I did not hear about that. Maybe this is something to look into. Let me see here.
But and I know you're joking, but listen, it's still a possibility. It could be. And I'm saying not from humans. It doesn't have to be a simulation from humans. It could, you know, it could be a simulation from somewhere. It could be. It could be. There's a 0.00028% chance that that's true.
So I'm trying to find something recent that's along the lines of what this viewer just mentioned. Let's see. Jupiter's moon Europa. Let's see. Recent suggests Europa's icy shell might have pockets of liquid water because it's closer to the surface, where you get interesting chemicals from space. Other moons and the volcanoes of Io. There's a possibility that life has a shot if there are pockets of water in the shell. If the mechanism we see in Greenland is how these things happen on Europa, it suggests there's water everywhere. So that only works if you're working off of the premise that only carbon-based life or a life form that requires water to survive would naturally and organically show up anywhere in the universe where there happens to be that exact chemical composition that forms water. You know? Maybe I'm overthinking it, basically, but this seems like an intriguing sort of thing in terms of finding evidence of life other than human, elsewhere in the galaxy, elsewhere in the universe. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to read more about this a little bit later on. We may need to keep our ear to the ground for this and try to find out a little bit more information as time goes on. But thanks for the comment there. What was his name again? Dylan DeWolf, I think is what it was.
Yeah, that's it.
Even this could be a lie though.
Say again.
Even this could be a lie. That's why I said, see, you can't tell people stuff like that. Because now my mind is like, hold up, they could be lying about this too.
I mean, see, this is what was so freaking me out about the idea of the topics that the stuff that was the AI generated stuff, basically the talking photos and the thing where the grandparents' photograph from World War I or whatever that was, or World War II or something, was he had an iPhone in his hand. It's like,
oh yeah,
come on, it's so disturbingly easy to fake stuff, and it's like, as much as we want to, I say we, as much as we may want to, just out of morbid curiosity, provide oxygen to these things, you know what I mean, and like talk space and constantly have it be as ubiquitous as it's been in recent months in terms of everybody thinking about it and then talking about it. It's like at some point these things just kind of stop being productive experiments into what's possible and just start being just weird and creepy. I don't know. It's kind of like in that category. You know what I'm saying? AJ, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I don't know. But anyway, that's just my thing on that. I know, Kyko, I know we've talked before about the idea of life on other planets. AJ, I don't remember if you had said if you believe in life on other worlds.
Oh no, I certainly do believe it, and I believe that one day society is going to be like the movie Avatar. We're going to find a way onto an alien world. Someone on Earth is going to betray us for the aliens. Could be me. I'm not going to lie to you.
Why would you narc on yourself like that?
You don't think that the aliens though? That happens too?
That is true. We could be the aliens that wind up being invaded by the Avatar people. They might betray one of their own for one of us.
Right.
Hopefully me. But I mean, you get the idea.
We may need to tone down your science fiction consumption, AJ. I think we might have to talk about that when we're like off air, maybe.
Of course.
Probably might need to. Anyway, that's basically going to wrap it up for this particular roster of weird news topics right here on Weekend Showcase. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us, everybody. For now, before we shut things down, we have one last thing to do, and that is dad joke of the day.
So I have my net. I'm not going over there to get it.
It's not worth it.
So that's where we're at now. It's just a given.
I have an imaginary one. I'm waiting. It's coming. I'm waiting.
Okay.
For it.
All right. How about this? You'll like this one. Want to hear a joke about paper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. It's terrible.
Just like the joke.
Get that net.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on, man. There was certainly better ones, but that one right there.
I mean, it's to be fair, it was terrible.
Oh, come on, don't.
Try to bring it back. Okay, no, I see you though.
There you go.
With the re-up punchline. Okay, all right. That's what we call an uncle joke. See, the uncles come in.
The old head jokes.
There you go.
Wow, that's new. Haven't heard that terminology before. Uncle jokes is weird, but
you've never heard of uncle jokes before?
I haven't heard of that. Basically, it's just it seems to be like an obvious sort of like dad joke sort of thing. Basically, for the most part. Just call
No,
it dad jokes.
Uncle jokes exist, man. You know, you go to a cookout, you got what we like to call the old head uncle. You know, he basically wears the flip flops, the shorts. He's got like a polo on. He's got a straw hat. He comes in and he starts just telling you the worst jokes you've probably ever heard, and then you just got to smile and nod at him. You know, while he holds his grape soda and he's laughing till he coughs up a lung. You know,
He said, come here, nephew. Come here, nephew. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what he said. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna say I forgot to mention what my favorite topic of the week was. Basically, I'm trying to think here. I'm really trying to think here. First of all, I know for sure it's not going to be that duck hunt gun. I don't know what y'all are thinking, but my favorite topic of the week is not going to be that.
Is it the alligator?
No, it's not going to be the alligator one. I think probably. I'm trying to think. You know what?
Oh yeah, the flying car was.
I'm gonna make it the nutritionists. The 8 foods that nutritionists say you should eat in spite of coming across as like nauseating. I'm gonna say that's the favorite one for the week because that actually has some actual like tangible sort of short-term and long-term health benefits attached to that. If that actually checks out, I don't know for sure about that. I'm gonna have to do more research on my own, and as I would recommend the same thing for you guys. You know, make sure you do your research and consult your physician if necessary, especially those of you with food allergies. Brain Spaz says flying car was bizarre. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I'm trying to remember. I think there were injuries involved with that. I don't remember reading anything in there about anything from that, but good grief, that was scary to look at. But anyway, we still have that posted in the sources section at the bottom of this video on YouTube and Facebook if you're curious to see that or anything else that we've talked about tonight. So without any further ado, I think that basically is the end of the show tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us tonight. Don't forget to hit us up at Weekend Showcase pretty much everywhere, all social media platforms, or Linktree/Weekend Showcase, like in the description, to see it all in one place. Our next episode is coming up on this coming Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We've got another game stream coming up. Make sure you're following us on our socials so you can be among the first to find out. And I guess that's it. Any other closing thoughts, AJ, Kyko?
I've got nothing.
I'm gonna go play in the rain. I got a new umbrella.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and while Kyko does his Fred Astaire thing, I guess let's go ahead and have a great rest of the weekend. Have a safe week. We'll see you Friday. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Don.
Kyko.
AJ.
All right. Have a great week. See you next time. Bye-bye.